What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bri2J Presents. I'm your host, Bri2J, and today we're going to take a look at the Marvel Legends Retro Card Wave Armored Spider-Man, Armored Mark 1, which is also technically a video game figure, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. With that being said, let's take a closer look at Spider-Man. And here's Spider-Man Armor Mark 1, or Insomniac Spider-Man with a different suit. So yes, I think the only other time we got a figure with this silver and black was from Toy Biz in the 90s during the Fox 5 animated series figure line. I forget if he wore it on the cartoon or not, but that was the only other time, at least in my memory, that they had a figure of the silver and black armor. But in the Spider-Man game from Insomniac in 2018, they introduced a bunch of DLC, and with it came this outfit. And I'm happy because this is something that I've always liked. And, you know, again, with only the one figure, we're talking 30 years ago. Yeah, that's old. I'm old. Anyway. So that's the only time, at least to my memory, where we had a silver and black armor. And so it's nice that they snuck this in to the retro wave, but also giving us the updated Insomniac Games version of it. All right. And there's so much detail on here. But before I talk about that, pinless joints. Pinless. This is insane. I've never seen this on a figure up close. But from what I do know is that the Ben Reilly and the black suited Spider-Man in that wave have pinned joints. And I'm like, but we pinless on this, so why pinned on the other figures? It's so stupid. You have the technology. You can build it this way. Physical proof, right? No? Anyway, so real quick, let's talk about the detailing. I know from memory that the original figure had like silver eyes. These are black. It's like this in the game. So this is really a Gamerverse figure. Okay, so as much as it's the 90s retro cool armor, it's really an Insomniac Games figure, which I don't mind. I don't hate. I like the upgrade. So there's a lot of like Kevlar texting on the figure. It's not just flat. I don't know if my camera and the auto is picking it up, but yeah, so that's pretty cool that we got like these, you know, nice details on the black plastic itself. That's just really, really cool. It's like that on the spider emblem too, as well as the neck. The eyes are flat, of course. Really all the way around, nice looking figure. This is how you know it's the game and not the original, because the original Spider was like a little bit stumpier and a little bit wider. This is more Gamerverse. So it's cool that they gave us a retro Gamerverse combo. You know, that's pretty cool. So yeah, pinless joints. I still can't rack my brain over this. I've been a collector for so many years and never have I ever seen pinless joints up close. This is really cool. The detail and the plating, really, really solid. I like the chrome. Really brings that throwback. It's just really, really nice. And as for articulation, it no longer has that, like, you know, hinge at the neck. It's a ball peg, which is kind of frustrating because when you want to get them into real spider-like poses, it's harder. But in a way, it's cool that it's on a ball peg. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to like really be mad at it. But at the same point, we want the hinge back because you can do better spider poses. But for the most part, that's a no, like a non-issue. Don't be mad at it sort of thing. Arms go out all the way, so T-pose. And of course, they spin around. No butterfly joint, but that's because this is armor, so I get that. But you do have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which go in pretty far. You do have nice waist, really far back, so he can do whatever a spider can do there. And then waist. So diaphragm and waist, really, really nice. Crunch in, crunch back. Splits. He can kick out that far, back that far. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and heel to butt. There you go, Manny. X-Manny 87, heel to butt. All right, anyway. So, let's see what else you got there. You have beautiful ankle articulation, as always, the up and down. So, really, really solid figure. And I'm really still, I'm going to keep repeating myself, but pinless joints. It's just great. Anyway, so that is Spider-Man. Now, let's take a closer look at Spider-Man's accessories. So, Spider-Man only comes with 4 accessories. You get a pair of these right here, these little webs, which I like the way they look. I don't know what I'll do with them. I mean, maybe if I take a glue dot and I could like put it on my display or something like Spider-Man was here. I don't know. It'll work. So one's larger, one's smaller. They both look out of focus. There we go. They both look really nice. Again, really don't know what else to do with them aside from just fodder. I guess for, you know, action figure picks or whatever. And then the only other thing you get here, thwip hands, which are nicely painted and sculpted, of course. You get the same nice detailing on the inside of the hand as you do the rest of the body. But that's it. You don't get any wall crawling hands, which I think should be standard with every Spider-Man figure. He's a wall crawler. He doesn't crawl with his fists. He certainly doesn't crawl with thwip hands. So what gives? So that grinds my gears a bit. But aside from that, I still really like the figure. I'm probably only going to display him with fists. You know, because what else am I going to do? Unless I find like some old webbing and I could put it on there. Like anything like Mafex or Hasbro or even Mezco will work. And the fists, they slide right out. And you can put the thwip in like so. And yeah. But that's all you get. You know, we're talking like a $30 figure because Hasbro's prices have gone up for Marvel Legends. I think I only paid like $25, but you guys get it. You're paying all this money and you don't get extra hands aside from wall crawl. Thwip. Like, where am I wall crawling? Where are my, I don't know, where's my web? Or do this old school. Where's his shield? Like the 90s one, you know? Like, there's some issues I have with that, and it's not cool, Hasbro. But I'm not going to let that get to me. Because I really like the figure. He just really pops, you know, especially with the way my background is set right now. He just really pops, and that's awesome. But aside from that, and pinless joints, you know, it's just a bummer, man. Like, where's our rest of the accessories? I feel like he's missing stuff, but it's not included, and it's just a real bummer. It's a shame. Well, that's it for this video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and all that good stuff. Check me out on Bri2JPresents.com, where there'll be a link to this video, which will link you to the YouTube channel, Bri2J Presents, and it'll link you to other stuff, such as the Inner City Geeks, in which I'm a podcast co-host to both the Inner City Geeks podcast and Suplex City Geeks, which is the only wrestling-based podcast out of the two. And then, of course, follow me on all the social medias, Twitter and Instagram, Bri2J Presents. And that's about it for me. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. I have a lot of content coming your way. With that being said, peace.
That's crispy.